Hi, I'm Kate Paradoxa. I'm doing a video review for the novel by Kim Dallesandro titled The Chorus of Chirping Cicadas. Now this book review, this is one that she specifically asked for me to read and review about 6 months ago or something like that. So I'm finally getting around to reviewing it. This is one of her newest books. I think she's had one new book since this one came out a couple months ago or so. But this one is basically one of her newest novels. And also, I wanted to mention these are all books of hers that she's published in the past 5 years. And I have them all kind of stacked along here, but I don't have all of her books yet, most of them, but I wanted to show how many of her books, how many books she has published so far. In the past 5 years, it's 15 books, and so I made sure that show 15 of her books on display. Some of them are extra copies. Obviously, I sometimes I hand them out to people. I buy multiple copies to hand out sometimes. So anyway, this is just to show like how many books she's published in 5 years. So it's kind of like almost like visual collage there of her book covers. But this novel, oh my gosh. So one of my favorite things about this book is the fact that this book doesn't have anything really to do with cicadas, and yet everything that's going on in the novel, the narrative of the entire book is centered around what's going on within the premises of each chapter, with these cicadas that come out from the underground, and they come out and they mate, and they make lots of these chirping sounds, and it's like despite the plot line having to do with all these people that are like have nothing to do with the topic and the title of it, everything that's going on is a reflection on what's going on in like the nearby gardens and bushes and out in nature around each of the settings. All these really loud cicadas, like just singing and chirping, and like sometimes the chapters distinctly, like really describe in detail what the sound is and how like just really like phenomenally strange that is. It's like how it sounds, like the strange song of the cicadas. So even though the book itself, the plot line doesn't specifically have to do with cicadas are practically the main character in the novel. Like they're practically they're like the central focus. The narrative of the whole story centers on something that is just in the background the whole time. Like something that's just really like just occurring almost out of context within like the storyline. But each chapter relates the human drama going on in the chapters to what's going on out in nature around them. So that's one of my favorite things about this novel, because it's such an original thing to do, and like a writing style. I can't think of very many examples of any kind of any storyline like that. Like this is like really really unique for that. And I wanted to describe. I wanted to mention the characters in the book. It's interesting because this really starts more like it starts. To me, it seems like it starts more like a drama, and it is a drama. But the more you read it, the more it's like the chapters that go along, it becomes absurd comedy of errors. Really, like just really like it's a comedy in the like as the story unfolds. So it's like really interesting. It starts out, and to me, I didn't get the vibe that it would really be anything but an intense drama. But as it unfolded, it's like comedic, like dark, twisted drama on a like humorous level, and it's just messed up. I would definitely call it kind of a kind of like I wouldn't call it an erotic novel at all, but I would definitely say it's like a raunchy comedy because it takes place around a strip club named the Pussycat Lounge. So like and it takes place in Texas in 1977. So like it's just it's really an intense drama that turns into a lot of comedic mess of like all the stuff that's going on, and there's so many different characters in this book. Martha and Jimmy are a couple that broke up a year before, and like it's the events in the novel take place a year after their breakup and the big falling out that happened between them and the whole community around them because of Martha being a reporter, a journalist. She was uncovering all this corrupt stuff that was going on with the police and the drug market, the drug dealers in the area, like all this corrupt stuff going on, and it's all centered around the Pussycat Lounge essentially, and there's also Tommy and his girlfriend Belinda, and there's Billy, who's this teenage kid who he's 19 years old now in the story, I think he is, and he he's a heroin addict who's it's like really sad really because he's one of the sadder parts of the story really because he's this like messed up really out of control drug addict and like heroin is like heroin like the subject of Mexican brown heroin is like essentially the center point of the plot line as far as like what's going on. And it's like there's the whole storyline involves this this undercover stuff going on with that. So Billy being the son of the police captain, who's a really corrupt cop and is doing a lot of mess up stuff, and who almost got exposed by his operations were almost exposed a year before by Martha, the reporter. So all this stuff going on. She's on a new mission to uncover stuff. That a year after she got fired and everything from because her effort to expose all that stuff fell out, like just had a complete falling out and everything, and it backfired on her badly. So anyway, like all of that stuff. There's I'm trying to think now. There's other characters as well. With there's a Ramon. And there's Frankie, the club owner, the owner of the Pussycat Lounge, and Luke. And I'm not sure if I'm forgetting anybody or not, but there's so many different characters. There's the strippers in the club. The one I can think of the name of right off the top of my mind is Brandy. So yeah, there's like a bunch of different characters that are strippers in the club, and anyway, there's lots of different details with all the characters going on in this book. But like anyway, it's a fascinating read for like just all the drama that's like it starts out really like twisted, and the more twisted it gets, the more comedically messed up it's like it's so much stuff just like coming to a head throughout the whole thing. So yeah, just lots of definitely a lot of just different character interaction, interplay type of stuff. With all of the drama that unfolds of all these people knowing each other and being involved in all this stuff they shouldn't be involved with. It's like crazy stuff, like all sorts of stuff. So anyway, it's a really good read. I would say in some ways it reminds me of Kim's other novel, Dead End Cul-de-sac. That one was also twisted and had a lot of like it had a comedic edge to it. Like it was definitely a comedy that had a lot of dark humor. This one similar to that, but I mean, definitely different though. This one I love for how involved it is in the um, the subtext that it kind of has with the cicadas. I love that about this book. That's really original, and this book stands out to me for that factor because it's like, why? It's like that's. It's like, why haven't I heard of that more often in storylines? It's like it's got this whole thing where it juxtaposes the reality of life for the cicadas to the reality of life for these people. It's just fascinating with all that going on. So I wanted to I wanted to read the back of this, and on the back here it says the synopsis: the chorus of chirping cicadas. In 24 hours, everything will be settled. The $10,000 spent, the kilo of Mexican brown heroin bought, the arrests and conviction of all the players in the dirty underworld of Bastrop, Texas, 1977. After a year of excuses, the parade of people march on. Everybody is somebody else, wishing they were who they used to be. Caught up in the game, deal the cards, let's play. They all have a role, they all wear a mask, and even the good guys. The undercover cops and undercover agents, and let's not forget the undercover reporters. And undercover work in avoiding detection is an art form, a mixture of strategy and adaptation, creating a character who blends and fades into the surroundings with a story that is painstakingly rehearsed over and over until even you believe it. There is only the now, and the now is smoke and mirrors that validate every moment of deception. Take cicadas, for example. Living underground for years, digging out from the earth after decades in dirt and darkness only to hide in plain sight to avoid detection and guarantee survival. Cryptic coloration, the art of blending and becoming invisible. The only evidence they exist is hearing their lonely chorus of chirping come dawn or dusk. Until a moment like this arrives, the past colliding with the now. Because there is only the now, and the now is smoke and mirrors that validate every moment of deception. And I want to read the recommendation on the back, the quote from the person recommending this novel, Jerry Stahl, is the name of the person. Okay. Kim Dallesandro writes with an immediacy and ferocity other writers would kill for. Her stories access the dark, striving heart of humans struggling to rise above and escape their situations. But for my money, her real genius and power lies in making all of these characters not just authentic, but even more miraculous, relatable. In book after book, Kim Dallesandro stands out as one of the most original voices in American literature. Anyway, so that was what's on the back of the book cover here. I did want to do like this thing where I read one paragraph, because I don't know if I've done that before really. Like I actually read a little bit of the book, but I don't want to read like a whole page. I just want to read like a paragraph that stood out to me toward the end of the book. It's like that would be really cool to just kind of just read that paragraph to get an insight into the writing of it, and just like the way she writes is really stands out to me. The way she writes, I don't know, it's just definitely a really distinct, passionate writing style, and I just love it because she's also a visual artist. Kim Dallesandro, she's a artist, like painter and whatnot, like she's a visual artist, and her writing style, to me, it really reflects that. She's a very visual writer, and I love that. And I wanted to read like the second paragraph here of of chapter 30. So here's let me I don't want to read like, maybe I'll read one or two paragraphs, like whatever, maybe it'll, as long as it just makes enough sense. It says, it wasn't the first time he heard the lonely lullaby of the cicadas ringing in his ears like tinnitus. It was always there come summertime in the South. Just like this morning, just like yesterday, his skin sticky from the humidity that made the air so thick. and the trees stand still while wild cockroaches skittled across sizzling sidewalks. Sighing, he pushed open the screen door and stood on the porch watching the road, counting cars. Martha was due to drop by, that's what she said, what she promised. It was all he was waiting for. He'd waited around at the club longer than he had to. Walked over to Billy and waited for him to say something about the paper bag he'd seen Martha opening. I mean, Jimmy knew Tommy had the dope. Knew the captain gave it to him. He knew it had to be in the glove box, and he knew it wasn't there anymore. Heard Tommy's yelp of surprise. He'd watched Martha find it, look in it, then stuff it back in the bed of the truck. He knew Billy had put it in his truck. I figure I won't read the rest of that page, but I just wanted to give like an idea of the writing style. I don't know. I like that writing style a lot because it's just really, it's visually compelling, and the descriptiveness of it, and also it's pretty much to the point too. You know, it's like, I know me as a writer, my struggle is I love to be descriptive, but I probably run on and on about it. And she writes perfectly balanced, highly descriptive stuff, like not just a little bit descriptive. It seems like it's very, very visually descriptive, like a lot of detail, and at the same time, it's like it manages all to be in a paragraph, which is incredible. Like, I don't know, I just love that. And I did want to say it has a dedication page at the beginning, like all of her books I think do, but it says dedicated to John Burke and his Mia. I'm saying it wrong. La Familia. So yeah. Anyway, I messed up the pronunciation because it's just in Spanish. But anyway, Mia Burke happens to be my Auntie Velvet, so it's a friend of Kim's. Anyway, so I wanted to read this. That dedication page as well. But yeah, Kim has like 15 of these novels now, like as of a couple months ago or something like that. I still haven't gotten the newest one yet, but like a lot of books that she's published in about 5-year span. And it's like, oh my god. I remember when the first book came out, I was like so excited about it because it was an autobiography about when she was younger, and I just did a book review for it somewhat recently, like a month ago or something, and I don't know, it's just like fascinating to me that anyone could write 15 books in that short span of time, and she's writing another one right now. I know she recently talked about writing another one, so that she's in the process of writing it. So yeah, she's writing. I mean, I know I'm certain I've said this in a video last time for the other video review. I might as well mention it again. I'm pretty sure she's got nearly double as many. She's got nearly twice as many books published as Stephen King has published in the same amount of time in the 2020s. I mean, like obviously Stephen King has a lot of books from before this era, but I'm saying like she has nearly twice as many books published in that span of time alone. That's crazy. It's like, oh my god, she has a lot of books published. So anyway, I definitely plan on doing more book reviews. I really put off doing book reviews this year. It's been crazy with the weather. Nothing new in Ohio about that. I mean, it's crazy all the time weather-wise, but we had the worst winter on record, and that for like a 5-month span, so I didn't get much reading done during it. Dealing with psoriasis, and like just that it's not good for like winter time, especially when it's like Arctic winter. So I had a bad time with that, and I couldn't come up here during any of it because there's no like heating or air conditioning. I mean, right now it's hot and humid up here, no AC unit, so I'm just relying on open windows up here to stay. Like I can't really have a fan blowing during a video without like being too loud for me to talk over. So I'm like, I had to wait till it's nighttime and like not terribly humid. It's been like humid all week. So I'm finally getting to doing this video. I'm doing another book review for actually 2 more book reviews for books that I started reading and I have to finish reading But I'm doing both of those. The plan is to do both of those book reviews this month, and I'm going to start another one this month as well, hopefully, as long as I read the other ones real fast, since I've already started those books. And one of them is a short stories book, so that's simple enough. I've read most of that one. So, in fact, it's this one right here. This one's one of the next ones I'll be reviewing soon. So, I possibly have 3 more book reviews really soon because I'm going to start another one that I haven't read at all yet. So, I'm finally catching up on these. I want to do book reviews for all of our books. And I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to do this because I promised this to her, and she specifically asked me to book review this book. She wanted to know my thoughts on it, and she loves these video reviews. She says, so, I mean, I really appreciate even having the opportunity just to do this at her request. That's really cool. So, anyway, I really love this book, and if you're like a fan of, oh gosh, I always think of something to compare it to, but I don't know. This one's such a specific thing. It's so unique that it's hard to compare this to anything. But it's definitely like, I always think of movies to compare stuff to. And I can't think right now right off the top of my mind. But this book is definitely like, I mean, its storyline is fascinating for the way it does the juxtapositions between, the insect world around people's lives and their lives, like juxtaposed in that context. I love that. It stands out to me in such an original thing, and quirky, I think, is the fact. It's just very quirky way of writing a book, and there's just nothing like that in my mind. So, is this Kim's most original book? It's one of them. I think so far it's one of the most originals. This is one of those original books I can think of off the top of my head. This is a really good book. So, I love it. So, I recommend you read it. Find her books on the publisher website, Incunabula Media. That website is direct purchase it either directly through them or purchase it on lulu.com. And she recommends purchasing on those. She asks that you don't bother with Amazon because it's just more money to a billionaire. It's stupid to do it. So she recommends lulu.com. You can purchase it through Amazon, but she prefers lulu.com purchases or Incunabula Media purchases from publisher, like directly. They have a website and everything for that. So she's like right at the top of the website. They're like most books by one author, obviously, is by her. So I recommend The Chorus of Chirping Cicadas by Kim Dallesandro. Buy it. It's a really good book.